That is right, hockey fans. The NHL season is finally among us. As this video is being recorded and uploaded, I'm very much aware that this game that I have on the screen is underway. But what a long off season it is. It's not as long as the NFL season. It's only 4 or 5 months, so it's not as bad. But yeah, I am so pumped. I am so glad that the NHL season is finally back, and we are going to be in for one hell of a ride. It's going to be interesting to see what teams are able to compete, what teams are going to be able to surprise us, and yeah. So I'm going to dive right into this. So the first night of hockey, we have 3 games on tap. The first game has the Nashville Predators taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Uh, this is going to be an intriguing game for the fact that Vasilevsky, I'm sure everyone knows by now, he is out for several months due to an injury. So they have Jonas Johansson as their goaltender right now. How far will he be able to do to take this team, carry this team? How far will other goaltenders be able to carry the load until Andre is back in the lineup? Only time will tell. I will make my prediction, and I will see how I do, I guess, when it comes to the outcomes of all these games. But I got a hunch that even though they don't have the best goaltender in the NHL as of right now, I still believe the Lightning are a very strong team, and they should be competitive. And I think they will get the victory against the Predators in the opening game of the season. And now we'll take a look at the other 2 games that will be in place. So just bear with me. Oh, hold on 1 second. So the other game, and probably a very intriguing game to say the least, for a few different reasons, has the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I'm sure if you're a Penguins fan, you very much remember last spring as the Hawks upset this team and prevented the Penguins from continuing their long streak into the postseason. So I'm sure in the back of all the Penguins fans, and I'm sure in the back of the players' minds, they're thinking that they would love nothing more than to get a little bit of revenge and start the season off on the right note. As for the Blackhawks, the big thing for them has to be the new era of the Connor Bedard era, and I got a funny feeling that this kid should contend for the Calder Trophy. I'd be very shocked if he didn't. Like I said, only time will tell unless someone else happens to step up from this past draft. As for my predictions on who will win, I'm going to give the edge to the Penguins in this one. Like I said, I just think that chip on their shoulder, and they have a lot to prove to everyone that last season was a fluke and that they should be competitive. And then obviously the big thing for the Penguins is the big trade in the offseason was the Erik Karlsson trade. So how will that play a factor? Where is he going to line up? Only time will tell. So I'm going to give my edge to the Penguins in this matchup, as they should start the season off on the right note and start with a W. Now we'll take a look at the last game of the opening night. Just bear with me. Where are we? And voila. Okay, so we have the Seattle Kraken taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. The Seattle Kraken obviously came off that amazing playoff appearance. They knocked off the defending Stanley Cup champions in the Colorado Avalanche. They took the Dallas Stars to Game 7 of the second round series, and they were very competitive to say the least in their second year in existence. As for the Vegas Golden Knights, obviously they are the defending Stanley Cup champions, so I'm sure they would love to be able to go back to back. And they have a very talented squad, if I want to be completely honest with you. For the most part, they brought back a lot of the same pieces that they had last season. So again, I'd be very shocked if they weren't competitive. I think I did predict that they should finish in the top 3 respectively in that Pacific division. Obviously, these are the 2 newer franchises in the NHL. Obviously, Vegas came to life in the 2017-28 campaign, and obviously the Kraken came alive in the 2021-22 campaign. So the 2 newest teams of the NHL per se are going to be starting things off. And I believe I'm going to give the edge to the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm predicting all home wins to start the season, and I'm just going to have a little fun with this. And what I'll do is, as each day goes by, I will be reviewing the games, the scores, etc. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Kind of want to change things up a little bit. I know mostly just focus on the postseason and do all that coverage, but I kind of want to change things up a little bit and just go through the season, and we'll see how I do with my picks. So, starting the season off, I predict all three home teams should start the season 1-0. As always, if you're new to this channel and you do happen to like sports content, feel free to hit that sub button as I do videos pretty much on the daily. And yeah, as always, take care.